Hey, welcome to the holiday special of the Westgate Irregulars, the Hangout before the game. Uh, Many of us of the regular cast are here, plus our special guest, who you might know from the Gray Mantle game, Jen. You might not recognize her outfit, but that's just Jen for you. So
What? That's Jen? No
I know,
way.
right? I know, right?
I am a mysterious stranger.
Yeah.
And also a totally innocent present just for you.
Excellent. Excellent.
I need
Yes,
to up my
yes.
dressing up game here. I was like, well, I got this pretty and it's a little bit dressy, but not quite as festive as the rest of you.
Oh, me and you, Rhiannon. Don't worry. You hold strong and I'll hold strong.
I can only wear these antlers for a little bit. And so if you were here early, you get the benefit.
Yeah, we got a dozen people.
They're meant for a child's head.
They-
And my child does have a very large head, but still.
Yes, alas. So, I see you guys have a couple of your favorite holiday outfits on. In the spirit of that and like today's episode, I just want to ask everybody, like, what are some of your favorite like holiday stories and, holiday tropes especially that you enjoy?
Oh, like things that we've read or things that have like anecdotes?
Either
Things
or.
that have happened to us.
One is than the other.
if three ghosts have visited you in your bedroom on Christmas, feel free to tell us all about it.
Well, in my family, we made a habit of watching the best version of Christmas Carol, which is a Muppet Christmas Carol,
Yeah.
obviously.
Ooh, yes.
Every Christmas, and pretty great.
100% the best version, for sure.
Yeah, I think that movie is the source of the question. If you could have a movie where every character was a Muppet except for one person, what movie would it be and who would it be? And it's that one, obviously.
I feel like
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I've become Netflix Christmas movies in the past few years. I watched all of them that come out because Netflix is like a bounded quantity. Like they bring out sort of 2 or 3 every year. It's not like trying to watch all of the Hallmark Christmas movies or something like that.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
It's saying you're a connoisseur of Netflix Christmas movies is like saying that you're a connoisseur of like $3 wines. Like, there's some gems in there, but they're $3 wine gems. So
Right? They're gems of a certain water.
Oh my god, tell me
about that.
like tell me about like one of your favorite gems.
Yeah, I'm also curious.
Lily and Dash was a couple years ago.
I love Lily and
and
Dash, yeah.
Yeah, it was a little mini series and it was high school kids and it didn't try to be like forever or true love or anything, and they just like had a connection and spent the holidays together, and it was really adorable. I liked it. It didn't try to be more than what it was.
Yeah, I don't remember, like many years ago, I did a post comparing all of the like Holiday in Handcuffs and all of the really great ones that were out at the time. And like rating them on the various like attributes that they tend to have and the various storylines, whether it's the fashion designer, aspiring fashion designer, or the aspiring real estate developer, or is it the aspiring that goes to the small town or hometown, or so like I broke them all down. Like
there was a list that like somebody would compile. I want to say it was at like Slate or somewhere that like they would apply those to all the year's movies, and so they'd be like, okay, this is a hometown plot Moppet Baker found family one, and this is this, that, and the other one.
Right.
I haven't looked to see if there's one for this year.
Yeah, and like the best friend, co-conspirator, like what token are they? That's the unfortunate like category. You can break it down into two, but yeah, they're pretty great.
Wait,
I like
wait.
Dear Santa with I can't remember her name. She was in like Angel, and I don't know why I like that one. I don't know why I like any of them, but I do.
You like
Yeah.
all of them?
I eat them up. I eat them
Yeah.
up.
It's Christmas magic.
It is. It's definitely Christmas magic.
The first Christmas movie that came out in my family this year that had to be watched first was Home Alone.
Nice.
Which was like my son was old enough for that last year, and so he's like, we need to watch that again. And I gotta say that hits different when you're a parent.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why that mom wasn't screaming hysterically the whole time. I would have been losing my shit. There
Yeah.
would have been a whole scene where they were injecting me with tranquilizers on the plane. She's so fucking calm. The point where the dad's leaving and she smiles at him, I was like, you're having a mental break. That's the only explanation I have. Meanwhile, I'm saying things like this to my husband, and my son's like, I think I'd be fine. I know how to feed myself.
Oh, we did Home Alone last week with my friends as a drinking game. We lived, but it was very close.
What was the game?
Yeah, what are the rules?
Oh God. It was like, actually I can bring it up.
See, this is gonna be a free holiday drinking game for all you viewers.
Exactly. Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay,
Okay, let me find it. Give me one sec.
Oh,
All
Randy,
right.
by the way, inquiring minds definitely want to know what the heck Holiday in Handcuffs is. You can tell us
It's-
after the drinking game.
It's not
All
what
right.
it sounds like. It's Melissa Joan Hart and like Mario Lopez or something, I think. And yeah,
Aw, that's way less fun than we thought it was.
I know.
But
Sorry.
Home Alone, the drinking game. Take a drink for every Christmas song or Merry Christmas.
Oh Lord.
Take a drink when along comes a spider. Basically, every time the tarantula shows up. Which is the rule. Like, it was surprising how often that happened. Oh man.
Right? They set that up early.
Yeah. Take a drink each time the bad guys fall for a trap, and drink twice for attempted murder. Take a drink for the iconic screams. Take a drink every time Kevin breaks the fourth wall. Take a drink each time Kevin is freaked out by old man Marley, and drink twice if that fear is valid. Because like there are so many times in the beginning of the movie where that old man looks like he's gonna kill that little boy, and you're just like,
Not helping things.
makes sense, Kev. That fear's valid. Finally, finish your drink when he still has to pay for that pizza.
So which of those rules was the one that got everyone the most? Which is the one that you were like, oh, we should not have invented this one?
Let me think. Honestly, I feel like the spider got us a lot, like way more than I was expecting. Like, I would have thought that the traps would have done us in, but like, he doesn't get into the traps until like, the movie is almost half over. Because a lot of it is just the setting up and like everything like that. So it was
Many Merry Christmases.
yeah, there was a lot of holiday songs that tripped us up, but yeah, I'm pretty sure the spider one hit the most, I think. We also tend to give a grace period for montages. You can go hard mode for everything in a montage, but usually it's just like one at the top. 'Cause we learned that with, I don't remember what it was, but there was like some movie where we had like, take a drink when they drink, and there was just a montage of drink, and we're like, nope.
Supposed to be fun.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, yeah, and I was like drinking soju too, so like I was gone very fast because if you've ever
soju.
had, yeah, right, it's just like drinking soda. It's so delicious.
Maybe like vodka soda. Yeah.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, let me think. My favorite Christmas movie though is probably White Christmas. I just
that's nice.
the music, the costumes, just everything. Like, I don't know. It's the first one I remember like watching with my grandma when I was a little kid.
That's my annual tradition is put that on while I'm decorating the tree. and all that kind of stuff.
1 second. I need to investigate our code.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Mm.
Is our Idol Champions code bad? Thank you, everybody, for testing it early. Let me see if I got the right one in there.
A couple other recent ones I like, but Love Hard, where it's like she gets catfished and ends up
Okay, it might have the wrong expiration date on it. Looking at this now, it looks like
Yeah, expired today.
it expired today. It's valid.
uh-oh.
No, it's
Yup.
valid today. It expired
Emergency!
yesterday,
Thought it tasted stale.
You know, we still got 20 minutes to fix it before like more people message. That's plenty of
Blarg.
time.
Okay, who
Help.
is around?
Okay. So I actually don't know that movie, A White Christmas. I don't think. Like, what
You've never
is that
seen White
about?
Christmas?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Old
man.
one. It's
Yeah.
Rosemary
Classic.
Clooney and Bing Crosby and Jenny Kay and Vera Dancing Lady.
Yes. Really
like-
amazing dancing lady.
Really amazing dancing lady whose name I completely forgotten.
So what's the
Um,
plot? Like, what happens?
It's basically about Bing Crosby and his buddy become like really famous entertainers after the war, and they find out that their old general like has a ski lodge, because basically they follow like these hot chicks that they meet randomly and are like, yeah, let's go hang out, and then run into like this lodge that has nobody there.
The hot chicks are like, those guys are famous. Let's pretend that they know our brother, and we can get their in on an act, and they're like, wait, you're hot.
Yeah, exactly.
Shenanigans. There's layers of shenanigans.
Yeah, and so they find out that like their old general's like ski lodge is basically going to go under, and they're like, oh man, we can't let this happen, not on Christmas. And they put on the most epic show ever using their celebrity for good, you know, by like dragging in people to help save the lodge.
Forget Marina Menounos or whatever her name is. I think Jen should just be like the person who like, you know, talks about all the movies and introduces them.
Yeah. The enthusiasm.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I've definitely never seen that one. That plot does not sound familiar, but you know, saving a business on Christmas is a very Christmassy
With
trope.
dancing and singing.
Dancing.
It's
Yeah.
I missed a lot of the like childhood ones that most people got, and I didn't necessarily pick them up later in life. Like, I mean, I guess I have seen Home Alone later in life and Die Hard, if you're somebody who classes that with
I
the
find
rest.
this
I've seen that later,
this
but-
conversation when people are like, Die Hard, the real best Christmas movie. Like, yes, we've all heard this 8 million times. Congratulations. Die Hard takes place around Christmas. It counts as a Christmas movie. Great. I might be creepy about this. I also didn't see Die Hard until I was an adult, so you're not alone. Or White Christmas until I was an adult.
There's a YouTube Dan Olson that does about like what are Christmas movies, and it's actually like, I should put it in chat or something. It comes out very uplifting because it's not about what is a Christmas movie, and it's more about why do people argue about what are Christmas movies.
Ooh,
then-
that's intriguing.
Yeah, I should go find it and put it in chat for people, because I really enjoyed it. And then like at the end, I was kind of like, that was really fun to think about like our culture and how it brings us together, and you know, like those kind of things, as opposed to like just arguing, you know, about what's a Christmas movie.
So some of the viewers are saying that there might be like an older version of White Christmas called Holiday Inn that came out first, but then
Oh, it's horrible. It's
they
horrible.
use some of the same songs or
Yeah?
something apparently.
They used the
That was
white.
the rough draft of it.
They used White Christmas song is in Holiday Inn, but The Holiday Inn. Bean Pharmacy opens an inn and celebrates every holiday. So you go through all of the holidays, and for I think it's President's Day, they do they do blackface, and it's
Oh my goodness.
No,
Yeah.
why?
and yeah. So
Don't like that.
it hasn't aged well. That one has not aged well.
I'm already laughing at. We're gonna do a song about. We're gonna do like a performance about President's Day. All of the
Yeah.
holidays.
Right.
All of the
Yeah.
holidays. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That just
Oh, my
kind of makes
goodness.
me think of the Deadpool montage. Oh my god. But circling back to the Die Hard thing, one of the coolest reviews I saw from a friend of mine is the new Violent Night movie. They basically said
I want
like
to see that so bad.
Violent Night is basically Die Hard as an actual Christmas movie.
Ooh.
So my parents were visiting this weekend, and my dad and I actually went and saw Violent Night. And yes, it is like the number of references to Die Hard is staggering. And it's not just Die Hard, it's also Home Alone, and it's also
Oh my
like
goodness.
it's like the Santa Claus, because I mean, he
Amazing.
literally is Santa Claus. Like, he's not just a guy who's like a mall Santa. He's real Santa Claus.
Yeah, isn't he like buff
Fighting-
Viking Santa?
Yes. Well, I mean, in his backstory, he was like this ancient berserker Viking warrior who specialized in a hammer.
What?
Yeah.
But
Amazing.
there's nothing else. They don't expand upon it. Like, they don't say, hey, this is what happened. Now I'm cursed to bring joy to everybody. No, it's just, I was a warrior.
I love it.
End of backstory.
I'm in.
Here for
Yeah.
this.
It's hilarious
Well, I
and
knew Santa was there.
extremely violent. Oh my god.
I'm here for it. Real quick, we do have a new code. You can take a look at the lower left corner. It is there, and then also it's programmed into the bot. So thank you those for testing it out and letting us know that it did not work.
And thank you, Trevor, who is not in the chat, but we'll just send vibes out.
Yeah, thankful
Running
vibes.
Trevor's a good guy.
So
My cocktail and my tea. My cocktail is too cold,
Mm.
but it's gone up 3 degrees since I last reported. So
Hooray!
we're heading in the right direction. It is so cold here. It is so
It is.
cold.
I'm super happy to have. I love snow around Christmas. It was great to have it like falling as I was decorating the tree, because I decorated really late this year. But then I can't get out to like mail the remainder of my Christmas cards, so people are going to be getting them like the day after Christmas or whatever.
We are supposed to get a blizzard on Christmas Eve, and I'm just like, I really don't want to spend Christmas digging myself out of my house. I don't want to do that. I don't want it.
mhm.
Yeah.
I like snow, but there's such a thing as too much snow.
Yeah. I'm
It-
tired of these snow apocalypses.
The older I get, the less the more I'm like, I just hate snow, period.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it can be on mountains
Mhm.
because I can like drive to it and recreate in it.
Yes.
then
And then
leave.
you leave, and it's not your problem anymore.
But snow has to stay on mountains in my world.
Yeah. I like this. This is a good plan. We're on the same vibe.
I do like that it makes like it covers up a lot of like ugliness. Like if you're driving through like a city or town or whatnot, like everything just looks beautiful and clean, and you don't see any of the garbage or the ugly, everything paved over, and it's like a winter wonderland everywhere
For a couple days.
for a couple days.
And then
beautiful.
it gets the like dirty.
Disgusting.
We live in
Yeah.
a beautiful
Yep.
world, a sparkly, beautiful world.
Actually, that's how I feel about a lot of the Southwest, like the sprawl around like Phoenix. We were
Yeah.
driving around in it, and I was very sort of like, you know what would cover up that like dilapidated shed that somebody really needs to just like take down? Like a mound of Himalayan blackberry, because
Mm.
at least it would be leafy and green.
Yeah.
But since it's just sort of like sandy, kind of like a little bit of cactus or scrubby grass, like you can see the like falling apart building.
I love when you're driving and you see like an old like little house or a shed or something with a tree growing up out of the center of it. Like I always want to stop and take a billion pictures from every angle, but yeah.
Nature reclaiming.
Yeah, and it's just really cool, like a house growing up out of the center, or I mean, a tree growing up out of the center or something. But I always wanted to like, you know, do some Frank Lloyd Wright crap and have like a tree in the middle of my house or something, but not in the cards for me. I don't think. I don't think I have the budget or the architectural wherewithal to make that happen. So
My friends bought this weird house from the 70s, and their front area was like an addition or something, and they basically, it's kind of like an indoor courtyard kind of, but they have it set up so there is a tree growing inside this like beautiful front atrium thing, and they were like, yeah, this is basically like where we, you know, like what sold us on this house. But then you discover the rest of the house, and it's like, we're pretty sure that it used to be like a weird swingers pad or something. Because like when they first moved in, they had a room where it was a hot tub, a big hot tub with carpeting all over.
Oh boy.
And then mirrored walls.
Yeah.
Bead curtains.
Carpet near a tub of any sort.
Yeah,
is
right?
Multiple layers of disgusting.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Like and then it was so gross because they like obviously ripped it up and everything, and there was just so much mold like under there, and it was just disgusting. But like, oh my god. But I'm like, let's never put a black light in that room.
okay. I love when you go house hunting and you find little treasure, like, you know, things that are obviously hidden rooms and things like that.
They did have like another room that had like the 1970s like tiki wallpaper, like where it was like that like light, like, you know, off-white with like a pistachio color, and then like little palm trees and little like toucans as like a wallpaper print. And, you know, I was so sad because my friend wanted to get rid of it. And I'm like, this is so cool though.
Yeah. I think there was a show on like Netflix, like dungeon design. We watched a few episodes, like one would come in and design your own sex dungeon.
It's literally called How to Build a Sex Dungeon.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yes,
And
that's
it's on Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
It's less exciting than you would think, though.
Yeah. Don't get too excited, but oh my god. All right.
That feels like it's the most like boring part of having a sex dungeon is like, let's talk about building codes.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't put a swing there.
Right.
That joist doesn't support that much waste.
Right.
Yeah. Let's look at swatches, but not the fun kind.
Let's make this, let's somehow it's like somebody went, how do we make like room decoration and home improvement sexy? Let's make it a sex dungeon. And guess what? All of it's the same sort of stuff, is arguing about paint.
We all fell for it. Yeah.
Right. And so then it's also like, you know, unless you, I mean, in this economy, which of us even has the space to just have a room that's a sex dungeon? So it's not even like you're watching it and going like, oh, I could do that. I could add that to my sex dungeon. This is a weird show. Like, who was the person that thought of this, and what was the audience they saw for it? Because I think it's just people going like, what's a sex dungeon look like? Oh, that. I'm done now.
It's also a lot of like couples therapy and sort of like low-key judgment of the couples that they're meeting.
Oh, damn.
Like they really have to interview who they're building this custom sex dungeon for. And,
I don't want to know this. I just don't even want to know this.
It is on Netflix.
Oh man.
I mean, I will probably go take a look. I do like decorating shows. So.
You will sample that $3 wine box later tonight.
Yes. Yes.
Well, it is 6:25, and we have to run a quick break, and then we'll be back in about 5 minutes for our holiday special, last stream of the year. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.